So, in my last video, we were in Star Citizen, and it was actually really awesome how many of you play this game, and commented on, you know, how much you enjoy it, or, you know, you share the same sentiment that I have of it just has come a long way since it first came out. Guys, in the comment section, and if you play this game, please let me know the sort of thing that you like to do in Star Citizen, whether it be mining, or just messing around with friends, or touring, or finding ground vehicles, or I don't know. Let me know. I'm really curious to see what you guys think and what you do in Star Citizen. Personally, I've been huge into mining, and I've been mining a resource called Quantanium, which, if you don't know, is a rather explosive material, unstable, you might say. So we today are going to head over to the mining district that I like to mine in, and we're going to do that in my Mole ship, which is pretty nice, large mining ship vessel. And yeah, I'm just going to talk you through it, and it's not really a tutorial, although, you know, if you wanted to learn, I guess you could kind of watch this. If you want me to do an actual tutorial, you know, step by step, then definitely let me know with a comment. Otherwise, it's just you and me in space. So, yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to make you sit and watch every single moment. I will edit this. Like this, for example. Sitting... I'm going to sit here and wait for 30 seconds. If you didn't know, I was waiting for the train. This game is pretty immersive, and one of the most immersive things in a video game is actually waiting for a virtual train. Like, it could just be here all of the time. But no, it actually goes on a route and you have to wait for it. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, I'll see you guys when we get to the starport. I'm going to get back into my Constellation Phoenix, which I showed you in my last video. Now, if you haven't already, this is a great time to make sure you've hit the like button, which is down there. And then if you fancy it, you can hit the join button, which I believe is just about there. Or, like I say, you can look at the car annotation and watch my previous video. It's pretty good. Anyway, I'll see you once we've got my ship. These videos are great. Elevator, thank you. Right, so here it is, the Constellation Phoenix. I mentioned it in my last video, but I use it as a cargo ship to transport my Quantanium. Yeah, it's highly explosive. And once we mine it, we've got literally 14 minutes, usually, to get it back to a refinery. Otherwise, my entire ship will explode. So there is a bit of drama to that. It's really good fun, though. And it's worth a lot of money. So it's definitely worth it. Right. Landing services. Let's make sure we're in VTOL here. Look at this. Best freaking... Oh, so good. I remember this game when this hangar was literally just a box. That's how long ago I used to play this game. It's a little bit more high-tech these days. There we go. Lovely. Let's go. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So nice. Right, landing gear in. Yeah, look at that. Oh, come on. Tell me that isn't satisfying. Okay, so while that's spooling up, let's show you where we're going. So this is where we are, ArcCorp. We showed you this last time. And we are going to head over to Crew L1 to get our mole, and then we're going to mine at her L3, which is an asteroid sort of area. So we're going to set the route, and then, yes, we're going to head that way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to... Well, you haven't gone anywhere. I've been sat here for 10 minutes because it takes a freaking long time. But here we go. We're arriving at our destination. Obviously, we went up out the atmosphere, selected Crew L1, hyperspace, super quantum speed, I don't know what to call it, all the way to Crew L1. I still need to buy the XL1 or whatever it's called to speed up that process. Should take around 5 minutes, I think. But I haven't got around to that. I've got it on my mole, though. One little tip here, if you do come to Crew L1, you can actually get closer. So at the moment, I'm 70 kilometers away. You can do a mini jump if you just wait for the cooldown. I think it's faster. I haven't actually timed it. But it definitely feels faster if you kind of wait for the cooldown and then do it again. I definitely do this when we're on a mining run, by the way. You'll see this again in a little bit once we return. But yeah, no, it's definitely a fast thing. Faster way of getting around. So you see it will just line up and do a little jump. And there we go. So this is a little, I don't know what to call it really. Floating space station? I don't know. It's quite a cool little place, I suppose. We showed it in the last video, actually. Right, I'm going to slow my speed right down to about 400 or so. We're going to, oh no, don't need to cool in just yet, but usually they make you park just down there. The only thing I don't like about the ship, by the way, is like, it's really, really blocked in the front. There's like a freaking bar right across your middle. So you kind of have to fly it up and down. So you either fly it up a little bit or down a little bit. It's just really annoying. I don't know if anyone else who has the ship feels the same. But I really, really feel like it's really obnoxious, those two bars in the middle of the screen. So we usually, yeah, either... Oh, no. Oh, it's giving us up here today. Okay. Fine. Not a problem. Which is cool. Alright, so I'm going to park up here. And then get the new ship, the mining ship. Which, if you've not seen before, is actually really awesome. It's more industrial than this one. Obviously, this is more of a luxury cruiser. So it's a definite different vibe. But it's really nice and it looks awesome. And, you know, it's orange. So what more do you want? Right, let's slow down here. Do-do-do. Such a cool game, isn't it? I did mention it in my last video at the very, very end, but if you want to get into this game, you can get some extra in-game cash if you use my code when you sign up. I don't really get anything notably for it, so it's not really a sales pitch, but you get some extra money, so I don't want you to be missing out on extra cash, because you can only sign up once. So yeah, it's in the description if you're interested. Anyway, there we go, nicely landed. Turn it off with you.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Why? Make sure I've got my helmet on. Always, when you go out into a vacuum of space, make sure you've got your helmet on. It takes 2 seconds and it stops you dying. It's my top tip of the day. I'm going to start a series on YouTube. Ollie43's top tips for space. That's my tip. Just make sure you got your helmet on. Alright. Let's go. Cool. Elevator. I'll see you inside. Okie dokie. Right, here we go. So, let's put that away. So, store the Phoenix. And we are going to retrieve the mole. The mole. It's one of those words that you can still tell I'm slightly ill. So, if you would like to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, to make me feel better, that would be greatly appreciated, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, here we are. Here's my mole. I broke my own rule. I didn't check my helmet. It is quite the substantial little beast, if you've not seen it before. So, it's meant to be multi-crew miner. But it's actually really useful for mining quantum, because it has 3 mining... I don't know what you'd call these, arms? Or, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to call them. Arms, I suppose. Which is really good, because when you're mining quantum, you want to attach certain modules, and these modules have limited uses. So what can happen, and what used to happen to me before I kitted out all 3, I'd be out mining, and then one of the modules would break, and then I couldn't finish mining, and it would be a huge waste of time, and then I'd have to go back and get another module, and that would take another half an hour. But yeah, so yeah, you can get to the 2. I'll just show you quickly the ship. So you've got a mining thing here, and it all opens out. I'll show you that later. But this is into the main cockpit area. It's really cool. You can tell it's like a lot more industrial, can't you? So this is the like living quarters back here, bunk beds and stuff, armor areas, kitchen, table. And then down there, we'll show you that later, that is where you mine with the front mining tool, arm, as we'd call it. And this is the cockpit. So, let's get involved. Let's get in the seat. And head over to wherever we're going. So yeah, this is cool. You're gonna like this if you haven't seen it before. So press K to go into VTOL. Oh yeah, at the front and the back. It's really nice. Looks awesome. Right. We cool with that? Landing gear. Oh yeah, it's a very cool ship. How freaking cool is the ship, guys? Oh, it's awesome. So one thing I didn't actually check, and I should check, is how we're doing with fuel. Yeah, so we've got plenty of quantum and the normal fuel, whatever it's called. Hybrid fuel or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is where we're going, and that is her L3. My map's been a little bit buggy today. But it does seem like it's worked, so that's nice. Come out, cruise control. And it's usually on the left, which it is. Nice. Spool up, and it's not far. So, I will see you, beautiful people, when we arrive at the asteroid belt. See you in a minute. Quantum travel complete. I love it. It's so cute. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, and I did say this isn't a tutorial, but I'm going to do it anyway, is make sure you set the destination before you go any further. Because when it's bugged, it's really annoying, and the last thing you want is to have a ship full of explosive material and unable to set your waypoint. So I always set it as soon as I come out of quantum. Just FYI. Right, we're going to turn on our targeting computer. And we're going to set our... Actually, first of all, I'm going to set our speed here. There we go. And we are basically looking for a little clue, if you like, to where something might be. So we're going to send out these pings, and it's going to kind of glow on the rocks there. And you'll see in a minute what happens. I'm also going to narrow the search a little bit. There you go. So you can see it kind of scanning the rocks, making them all blue. And this could take a while, honestly. It does completely depend on how lucky you get. Sometimes you can find what you're looking for straight away, and other times you can be here for half an hour. Obviously, I'm going to edit the video down so you guys aren't watching me do this for half an hour. But I do want to show you our first glimpse, if you like, at searching for a signal. And then we know what we're looking for. Oh no, here we go, actually. Speak of the devil. So you kind of get this kind of like cluster of cubes. It's kind of weird, I'm not going to lie. But you keep scanning it, and then it will move, and eventually it will lead you to a rock that you can mine, which is awesome. And when it gets to about 5,000, you want to give it one more scan, and that will be the rock. There you go. So there's a rock here, and you want to basically wait until that white bar on the left goes up pretty high, and you want to scan it. Okay, have we found it already? On the right hand side you can see it says Quantanium, but it's only 4%. So I'm going to ignore that because I want at least 30% of the rock to be the material we're looking for, because otherwise it's kind of a waste of time. So now there we go, we found another one, and we'll basically keep doing this until we find a rock that has Quantanium in it over 30%. That's the strategy. Alright, we've got ourselves a rock. Now, it's not quite what I would normally want to do, but for the sake of me recording a video, this is fine. Like, 21% of the rock is... I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. Oh, I'm going to whiz past here. Whee! Cool. Alright, so, now we just need to kind of mine it, and yeah, well, I'll show you the stages. So, first of all, we need to get a lot freaking closer. So let's turn this down. There we go. And we want to line ourselves up here. You can see, like, it looks like we're really close, but we're actually not. There we go. There we go. Nice. Get out here. And we will enter the mining dock. Doo-doo-doo. So yeah, normally 20% is normally the lowest I would actually mine. But there we go. It's good enough for a YouTube video. And it will be actually fairly quick to mine as well for that reason. Right, here we are. So what we've got here is a little thing here. If I go into this view and I do this, you can see that's me moving around. It's pretty cool. You can see there's the actual door that we came through. So it kind of moves out. It's pretty neat actually. So yeah, let's do this. So it's got a instability of 8, which is pretty bad. That's fine. Anyway, so let's get up the laser of power. A lot of this isn't going to make a lot of sense if you have never seen this before, but just bear with me. It will kind of make sense as we're doing it. So I'm trying to break the rock here into separate pieces. And you can see on the right-hand side, we've got an optimal section. I'm just trying to find a spot that will make it go up. There we go. It's going up. There we go. So I just got to keep it in that green section. Come on, come on, come on. And then it will, once it fills up that green section there, it will explode into separate rock pieces. Whoa, easy. And I'm kind of scrolling up and down to keep it in there. Does that make sense? It probably makes sense. So I'm kind of adjusting the power of the laser. Uh-oh, overcharge, overcharge, overcharge. Calm down, calm down. A little bit of overcharge doesn't matter too much. Don't want to lose it though. Basically, overcharge, I didn't really explain it before, is if you were to do that, it would like explode really quickly and like it will just basically, it could go in your face, it just will go a million miles. But because we maintained it without the instability kind of going crazy, like it kind of broke off into this manageable chunks. Right, so now we've got to scan and find out where the Quantanium is, because it's not all going to be Quantanium. So that is 30% Quantanium. It says scanning, but it's already got the composition there. There we go, that's Quantanium. And I think these two parts down here won't have any Quantanium in. This... Oh, that does actually. Okay, interesting. This bit. Yeah, so... okay, so this has 0.61% of Quantanium in it, so I'm not going to bother with that, really. There's not really much there. Okay, so basically every piece has Quantanium in, which is kind of annoying. Right, so now we basically have to do the same thing again. But instead of surging it, you can see on the left-hand side, we're going to use Brent modules, which will make it a bit easier for me. So, here we go. There you go. So it's the same process. We're going to make this into smaller chunks as well. Nice and easy. Bit easier this time. See how much more stable it is with the Brent module. And there we go. So then it breaks off into these pieces that glow purple rather than yellow. And that means you can mine them. So in a minute, we'll be scanning all of these, which bits are Quantanium and which bits are... So this purple, this rock here, for example, we don't want, because it's got no Quantanium in. A lot of Quantanium. 69%. Nice. So yeah, so now, rather than extracting it and trying to do more, I've got to try and break all the other modules. So let's do that. Right. Same again. So I said it at the start of the video, but you see on the left-hand side how that says the Brent module has got like a minute left. That's kind of this more stable laser activation thing turned on. And I've got 5 uses of it. So that's why I've got 2, because I'll need it a lot more than the surge module. And I really wish it told you how many uses you have left on each thing, but it doesn't. That's that one done. Nice. Do the next one here. So we're not going to bother with this one. 14% and 25%. Let's do this one first. I guess I'm doing this right, by the way. I'm kind of pretending as if I'm an expert, but the reality of it is I'm not. So this one's 14%. We've got about 50 seconds left of this module. Oops. Whoa. See if we can get it in under 40 seconds here. Ah, talk about Ollie and chill. It's a very relaxing video for you today. Hope that's okay. It's very Ollie and chill. I hope it's not boring. I hope it's just relaxing, you know. It's certainly a vibe of something. I don't know what that vibe is. But we're space mining. Alright, so this is the last rock that we've got. So, what we're doing now is we're extracting. So, I've got to try and make a mental note if there's anything I don't need. It doesn't really matter. The other thing I've got, which you can't see, is a timer by my side, like an egg timer. And basically, when I get to a certain stage, I will... You'll see it in the bottom right. It will give me a timer, but once you get out of the seat, the timer isn't there anymore. So, basically, what we'll have to do is we'll get out of the seat, and we will try and then go to the refinery before it explodes, because it will explode at some point. So we need to do that quick. Anyway, here we go. Let's start. All right, so not that one. Here we go. Let's go. So you can see what we're mining there on the right-hand side. And at some point, there'll be a timer that pops up. And at that point, I'll start my timer. So you can, like, it takes a while to scan, but what you can do is, like, watch the numbers and see what is going up. And as long as the quantum is going up, you're fine, right? I don't think we're going to get much quantum in this run, but that's fine. So there you go. There's a timer that's popped up. So now we have 14 minutes to finish this and get back and store the ship. Otherwise, it's goodbye us. But hopefully it'll be okay. Got 14 minutes, which is plenty of time, really. Hopefully. As long as nothing goes wrong. Don't get me wrong, things do go wrong. It's worth it, though. Good money. 13 minutes remaining. It's pretty nerve-wracking. This is quite a lot of... Alright, here we go. Last little bits here. That's not going up. That's not going up. Here we go. This one's going up. I've got one more. I think the one above doesn't have quantum, so we might be finished. Yep. Oh no, this... Okay, right. I think that's done. Right, let's go. We've got 12 minutes to get back. We might have missed some, but you got to respect the timer, you know? No messing about. Dude. Alright, get in the seat. And this is when, you know, setting the map coordinates beforehand comes in really handy. Just gonna back away from that. Get the spool going. And we are gonna aim for this place. And luckily I do have the XL1 module, so we're gonna get there as fast as we can. 11 minutes remaining. Woo! This is scary. Alright, so we're getting close, and we have about 10.5 minutes left. And every minute counts now. Also, you see that thing here? That will start glowing yellow if we're really running out of time. And then it will glow red, and then you explode. So that's fun. Alright, now we're going to do what we did before. Wait for the cooldown, get a little bit closer, save us a bit of time. Alright, we've got to wait for cooldown. 3, 2, 1. Why isn't that working? Okay. That's worrying. I'm going to start speeding up in case that doesn't work. Not sure why that didn't do anything then. Oh, thank goodness. Right, we haven't got much time. Got about 9.5 minutes. And so I'm going to set this to cruise control at about 300 or so. And that'll be... Basically, if you go too fast, you won't be able to slow down in time. So you really need to kind of pick a in-between speed of getting there in time, but not overshooting it. So, yeah, we will have to request landing as well. There's no special permissions if you're, you know... if you've got explosive material, so yeah, got to take it nice and slow. And I predict we'll get asked to dock just there, so that's usually where they ask me to dock. Right, let's slow down a bit. Right, request landing. Sometimes it doesn't.
Proceed to assigned landing bay.
There you go. Told you. Like clockwork. So I've slowed down to about 200 now as we're approaching. Get out VTOL. Go into landing gear out as well. Got 8 minutes remaining. There's also another player there, which is kind of cool. Just getting in their ship. So the other thing you got to do, as well as be quick, is not crash. Because obviously volatile cargo, you want to take it easy, you don't want to go too fast, you don't want to be throwing your ship around. Because if you do, you will die. Alright, here we go. Alright, nice. Sweet. Alright, there we go. 7 minutes left. Every little thing takes ages in this game. Check helmet. Come on, open up. Ah! Explosive materials. Even the ladder climbing is slow. All this takes time. Okay, good. Such a cool space station, isn't it? It's awesome. Go! It's not over yet. At least we won't die, but I don't want my ship to explode. Oh, almost missed the elevator. To the lobby. What a painful wait this is. Come on! It takes so long! Painful wait. Okay, cool. Right, so we get to the machine. And we hit store. And there we go, we did it. So it didn't explode and we've stored it. And once it's stored, it doesn't explode. We had about 5.5 minutes left, which is plenty of time for just basically one thing to go wrong. So I'm going to head over to the refinery now and show you what we do next, which is select it to get refined, and we'll see how much it is. I don't know how much we took, actually. If we wanted, we could just sell it straight away. But, yeah, it's much better to, like, refine it and then sell it, like, transport it to a planet. So either I could sell it to the refinery for a lower price, or I could double my money and take it to the next point. So it's definitely worth doing that. The other thing as well, I should say, is I think I talked about it in my last video, but each time I take the cargo to ARGO, I do this 3 times. So this is one of 3. And that usually just about fills it up. Right, so what I could do is I could sell what I've got here for 70,000, or I could double my money and get, like, I don't know, 140. So refinement center. It wasn't a very big haul. I will say that much. Set up work order. We want to do the quantum. Yeah, so 1,500 quantity is pretty embarrassing, honestly. Usually it would be 2,000 to 4,000. So this is a very small run. We're going to go fair on exchange, get a quote. And basically you have to wait 13 hours and it costs you money and there's a yield involved. So if you were to go with a different one, for example, there's less yield, so you get less of what you mined, but it's quicker. So you could do that if you were in a rush, but I'm not in a rush. So I'm going to get more of it and confirm. And that will just start doing it in real world time. So what I'll then do is, you know, go out, do it a few more times, and eventually take it all down to ArcCorp. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe for more, and yeah, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Star Citizen, if you've got any opinions on it. I'd be interested to read them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.